Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness meets Entertainment in Color, here to do the premiere of Love Island USA Season 4. I'm your host, Chantel Francis, with my co-host, Tamika Francis. You are looking excited, Tamika. Tell me everything.
I actually think this was a solid premiere. There were a few issues. But for the most part, considering new platform, new host, new narrator, solid premiere.
Great. That's good. Okay, solid premiere is really good. Yeah, I agree with you that it was enjoyable. I feel like I got to know people's personalities. So like I kind of already know who I like or like their vibe or like who I think are going to get along. So I think it definitely showed us in, I guess it's a full hour of content or an hour and a half with commercials. It
Mm-hmm.
really did a good job, I think, showing these people. So I thought that was really strong. Okay, we start this whole new season with Sarah Hyland laying out on a beach chair, and she starts, giving off like what's going on with about the show, and like we're at a new villa and all this stuff. And then the gag is that she's at the wrong summer home or villa or whatnot. What did you think about this gag and our first introduction to Sarah Hyland as the new host?
Not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan of hers.
Do you know what I mean? Not to height shame, but she seems really small to me. And I don't know if it's because all the other hosts have been models, or I don't even think Caroline Flack was super tall. I think she's like 5'5". But like there's something small and young about Sarah Hyland that just didn't seem to work for me.
It does not work. Her extensions are not working either.
Oh.
Not that you're ashamed, but
hi, Jessica. What did you think? How did you find the premiere? And if you want to compare it a little bit to Love Island UK, which we're on the end half of this season, how did you feel it compares to the premiere of the Love Island UK? Hi, Sophie. Thanks for being here.
Sophie.
So did they explain why they replaced the old host in Love Island USA with Sarah Hyland? No, they did not.
No, they didn't. But I think they think that she's going to bring in viewers because of Modern Family and Wells. And
so when she was speaking on the phone, she's like, "Hey, babe," would you think that she wanted people to think she's talking to Wells?
I think so.
I mean, I would have rathered if it was a full-on crossover and like actually Wells kind of showed up. I think that would have been, for me, more successful with this gag. But she gets the directions. She like the person on the other end of the phone tells her the directions of how to get to the new villa, and she realizes that she's in the wrong villa, and the owners of that wrong villa come home. So, I mean, I get the quirky and like, we see Ariel, like she's like, oh, running after her hat in the desert. Like she definitely does some quirky gags.
Yeah.
I don't know if this landed.
I explained to somebody because they're like, oh, that intro. The intro was just too long and it was with the wrong host. Like, I was like, Ariel has done the same thing, but we liked her and it made sense. It was cute and quirky and it worked. It doesn't work here.
Yeah. Do you know how her height? Can you find out her height? Because she just seemed tiny and she seemed young. And she might be older than all of them. I don't know. She might be 30, but like she seemed young. And maybe it's because of Love Island, Modern Family. She kind of grew up with that show, so maybe I just think of her as a young person.
5'2".
But like,
she's my height. She's shorter than me. I'm 5'3".
She's shorter than she's 5. Oh, she's 5'2", you said?
And she's 31. She's 5'2".
See, she looks small to me. And like, I think that because she looks small, maybe that's making me believe that she's not older. I don't know. But it seemed like a teenager hosting the show. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah. And the thing is, even with her being like young and supposedly hip, it didn't feel like she was vibing with the cast either. Like, there was no energy.
Do
Like
you also have her birthday there? I'm curious. Thank you.
November 24th.
Oh, so she's a
She's sad.
Sag. Okay, Sag is fun usually.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs to get into this role, but like she was more of a presenter than engaging with these new
And
people.
Ariel always engaged every single time.
And if I don't think you did get to experience Caroline Flack for season 5. Like she was always engaged with like the people
Yeah.
in the
I
villa.
love Caroline. I don't like Laura.
Oh no, nobody does. I mean, people probably do, but like fans of the show aren't fans of Laura. They think she's boring and they don't want her to be the host.
Same way. There's no engagement that I don't feel is false.
It's just all put on. Like, yeah, it's false, fake. Like, doesn't seem like she's really interacting with these people. Jessica agrees that the host should be someone that the Islanders would want to get advice from. Sarah seems like a peer. I thought that the peer was really good, was good overall. First episode is always a little awkward to me. Absolutely. I think it was a successful first episode, 100%. Just on a whole, I was very happy that the Black women didn't immediately get completely shafted. And, we didn't see that narrative play out. So happy about that.
And I have a theory on that one because we did have like a Black woman still get coupled up at the end, and I have a theory on that one. Go ahead.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear your theory. Do you spot the difference between Love Island on Peacock when it was on CBS? Yes, definitely. The villa is completely different. They don't. It's not even the same style of villa as the Love Island UK. With the other 3 seasons, it was very similar to Love Island UK with like the aesthetic. It's similar but very different. And I have to say, the diary rooms, the lighting for me is a little bit off. It feels like one side doesn't have enough light or something. I don't know if you noticed that, but the diary room, I just was like, this just doesn't look right.
But I might have been, I was running 2 chats at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So, so I might have missed that when I was typing, but I didn't notice that. I love the villa.
I think it looks great. Yeah.
That tree house is gorgeous. That the runway, the entire villa, love.
Definitely looks great.
But the best part of it is, and they haven't even really been cursing. I think because this premiere episode they planned on premiering also on Bravo USA regular TV. I think they cut out the cursing, but we did see them allow like sexual banter. So we did see suck and blow on the actual like episode, whereas with CBS those were like throwaway things that they did on the camera or
on the Paramount Plus episodes.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, I have to remember that because I watched it all. I forgot that it was on different networks kind of thing. So I'm going to keep an eye out also on the differences because I think that'll be important to note. Yep, that's a perfect description. Sarah seemed like a presenter. Yeah. And like she's on like the MTV music video awards, like where they're going to win that spaceship or something, or the surfboard, whatever it is. It just seemed like it was a very youthful presenter vibe, being funny, not someone that's going to help you find love. In my opinion, my favorite is Serenity right now. It says Sam. Hi, Sam. Do I have a favorite right now? I think I like. You do? Should we talk about it already?
We could when we go through it. I'll tell you my favorite.
So, okay, let's just briefly go through their opening clips. I took quick notes and I don't even remember right now what I wrote. So I put Deb Carbra. I don't know what else I wrote. What does that mean?
Oh, so in the beginning they did a little short.
No, I don't. But what was Deb's?
Deb was she was in a car, fixing a car, a Jeep.
And then what was it?
And then she
broken down. It must have been broken down car. Car.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was writing. Thank you. This might be a new game. Figure out what my notes said. Timmy was playing basketball, and then he like obviously rips off his shirt or whatever. Sydney is an intern, and like nerdy intern or something with the coffee in the cups, and rips off her shirt. Felipe. I put falls in the, was it water?
Something like that.
He probably fell in the water. That seems like his style. We learned that it's Zeta, not Zeta, like I was assuming.
I'm wondering if she changed her name.
Oh, for Americans.
For the U.S. She has been living here for a while. We don't say the Z. So maybe she's changed it just because it's easier to say it Zeta.
It's probably like everybody would just pronounce it Zeta. Especially there's a Catherine Zeta Jones.
Yeah.
And so they would be very familiar with that word or so I think that is a good observation for sure. If I were introduced to her, I'd be like Zeta and she'd be like,
I've been calling her Zeta all night, and somebody corrected me. They're like, it's Zeta. She said Zeta. I said, oh yeah, that's right. She did say Zeta because I've been saying Zed the entire time. And
I'm a Zed person all the way. So this might be hard for me to get
used to. You being a Zed person makes sense. Me being a Zed person.
I'm always, when I hear a Z, I'm like, ugh. Like actually, like really, it hurts my ears. So Zeta does the glasses look down, and you can see her drinking tea from a cup with a
mug,
with a Union Jack on it. Andy, he's selling a house. Jesse jumps out of the van with the boxes, and he's wearing Crocs. I don't know if I can get behind this Croc thing. Like, I know that they're popular. I know that they're like ugly cool. I know that Balenciaga has some heeled Crocs that are like $2,000. I just think that they just look so bad with pants or with clothes. They just look very bad.
I've had winter Crocs. Man, I tell you, those are the most comfortable.
I know they're comfortable. They're I just don't think they're hideous.
They're ugly as hell, but they're so comfy.
When I was working on the planes, like you always had to have galley shoes. So those were flat shoes. And then you'd have your like airport shoes. And so like a lot of people had Crocs as their galley shoes because they're so comfortable. And I had like hush puppies, which are also quite ugly, but comfortable. I would just never wear the hush puppies out in public. And these people are wearing the Crocs out in public. So hi, RC. Yes, Lou, you were back. Yes, for another season. Thank you for being here. We will be going live after the episode. If this is a terrible time, just let us know. If enough of you would prefer to do it on the next day and we'll be a day behind, we might change it up. But right now, sometime after the episode, before we go to sleep, we will do our recap unless everybody's completely against it.
Yeah. Right now, I think the only day that's a worry is Wednesdays.
Yeah, I was already thinking about Wednesday. I'm like, ooh, it's still probably be a midnight thing.
Yeah, it might literally have to be midnight because we both watch the Challenge USA.
And I do a recap.
Both coming on at the same time. And
so like I basically have to do the recap, then watch it, then review. And so
and I would want to watch both. So I'm going to probably watch Love Island and then watch the Challenge USA.
Perfect. Yes.
And then, we will recap Love Island. But yeah, so that's our conflict right now.
I know. It's like, couldn't it just be on at 8?
Yeah. That's why I was telling everybody, like, I'm not sure if I can stream it every day. I think I will try again to stream it tomorrow. But if you follow me on my social media, Entertainment in Color on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I will let you guys know what I'm doing tomorrow because literally Wednesday is like probably going to be my toughest day.
Yeah, Wednesday's definitely going to be tough for all of us, for everybody.
But it's also Married at First Sight Day. Like, it's a crazy day.
Big Brother. I mean, Big Brother is not as, it used to be very important to me, but this season I'm not as like, I need to do a recap of Big Brother. So
Same for me and Married at First Sight. It used to be like my go-to 8 o'clock show, and now I'm just like, yeah, so I don't even care.
So Sophie wants to know who we would pick as the replacement host. I would have just kept Ariel, to be honest.
If my choice was between Sarah Hyland and Ariel, I would have kept Ariel.
Me too.
I think it would have been continuity in the USA, continuity in the UK. You had the UK narrator with the USA presenter. I think it actually would have worked better. Otherwise, there is so many more people of color that I would chose. Somebody had said in one of our chats, Keke Palmer. I would have loved to see a Keke Palmer on here.
Yeah, I want to see somebody that has like a little banter, a little bit of chat, a little bit of like attitude, a little bit of like teasing.
Yeah. Keke would have been so much better. She's around the same age. She has that. She's got that comedic timing, but she's also like a girl's girl. Like she would have made them comfortable. But like, girl, like I would have loved a Keke Palmer type.
Yeah, Sarah's just boring. She's so boring, unfortunately. Didn't think Jesse would like the blonde white woman, LOL, but what I expect.
I had
we're gonna get to it.
Coupling up with Courtney, so I wasn't too far off.
We're gonna get to that soon. Okay. So then we see Serenity, and she flips a water bottle. I didn't really see the point of that.
Oh my god, I thought I was the only one. I said her intro was probably the worst one. Like I mean, I understand that she's from California, but now she lives in New Orleans, but I didn't see the tie is like at all. Like there was, I mean, it kind of felt like her personality flat.
You think her personality's flat?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Then we have Isaiah, who gets a message on his watch. That was also pretty bad.
Yeah.
And Courtney, she's in exiting Beverly Hills with a lot of shopping bags.
Yeah. Okay. And the thing with Isaiah is when he goes and they actually do his intro, his full intro on the show, I liked him 100 times better than I did before the show started.
I do like him more, but I also he would be the last person I picked out of this group, I think.
I understood it better. Remember, I was like, no, he ain't cute. But when he walked out with the earring and then they went through his like Instagram and his hair was like forward.
Yeah, he does have some cute pics. He did.
I was like, okay, I get it now. I see why they chose him. Because I wasn't getting it before.
Yeah, no, he definitely had some good Instagram pics. And I'd seen some of those pics before because I was looking up at their Instagram followers. So he's still not my type, but he has some good pics. 100%.
Yeah. So
I said the new villa looks really good. And so you agree that you really like the new villa. Then we see Sarah comes. I wrote Sarah comes across as really short. That's all the thing I'm noticing. I'm like, she just seems short. She seems out of place. I didn't like her hair. I mean, if she has curly hair, I don't want it to see these like crunchy curls. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think she was styled well. I think it was all wrong. I'm sorry, Sarah Hyland. I don't think I'll ever watch this, but I'm sure people are going to be reading you like for this look. It wasn't great considering they have a lot of money.
It wasn't great.
So Deb and Serenity were the first to the villa. Deb screams a little bit too much for me. Do you think that she's always going to be screaming like this?
Deb is giving me ditzy blonde. I'm not a fan.
I'm sure she's sweet, but she's annoying to me.
Yeah. She made the most annoying comment like a white woman could make that I can't stand.
Oh, what did she say? It must have been about being attracted to Jesse, but
yes.
I don't remember what she said though.
Our babies would be so cute.
I mean, they would be.
I hate that.
Why do you hate that? I understand, but why do you hate
it? It comes across as fetishizing. It really kind of does.
I see. Yep. I can see that for sure.
Not, oh, he's handsome. he,
and then be like, imagine what our babies look like.
Yeah, like
if that's like the selling factor, is that like, anyways.
Yeah.
That just seems to me that she doesn't actually like him, but she thinks that they'll make good babies. Hi Brandy. So Brandy didn't like her hair either. Yeah, it just didn't look. I think it was all wrong. It was all wrong. Her look was wrong. She's wrong. Hair wrong. Like makeup, whatever. Personality, meh. Like it just, none of it made sense to me. Sorry, Sarah. Not good. So Deb, her type is someone that gives her attention. She's 26. I feel like it's a little bit old for her for that to be her type, but you know, that was.
Yeah, she also said, and red flags.
Like, and red flags. I did write down red flags too.
Yeah, girl.
Oh boy. And what did I write down here for Serenity? Wants to find someone to jump. Do you know what I wrote?
Bones?
Jump for bones. Yeah, jump for bones. Yeah, I think it was jump for bones. Like, oh, she wants to. Serenity wants a guy who she wants to jump his bones. She said that she's been dating kind of nerdy guys, or like guys that she doesn't necessarily. Not nerdy. Sorry, that she doesn't necessarily feel is super attractive. She's going for personality, and now she wants to find someone to jump their bones.
And we can tell because her choices in this episode were not wise. But go ahead.
What do you mean they weren't wise?
I didn't mind her stepping forward for Andy. I got it. He's handsome. She did say her type was like an Asian man. Got it. But I think she made an error not stepping forward for Jesse.
I was surprised that she didn't as well. So we're going to get back to there. Also, so we see Sydney. She got Rise. She's 22. Her friends would describe her as savage, spontaneous, and funny as F. Do you think she's going to be funny as F?
She also came across as ditzy, so I could see why she was funny. I've not seen the savage part.
Yeah, 22. Can you really be that savage at 22? I don't know. Doesn't savage require some life experience? Like, I could school you, girl. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't, but maybe she's savage. Maybe she's a heartbreaker and like she has guys wrapped around her finger. Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see.
Maybe. Hi, Realnesss. Realnesss is back. I've returned for my annual Love Island USA commentary. Yes, Realnesss.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Great to have you again. Agreed, Tamika. Deb saying that she's only worried about byproduct of the relationship, not Jesse himself. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit like, and you don't even know this guy. Like, why are you deciding to have a baby with him?
Yeah. And she said he was her type to a T, but on her thing, she said her type was somebody with mullets. Like, I just.
Well, he kind of has a mullet. His braids are kind of like a little tuft in the back. It's kind of mullety, kinda. So she arrives. The next arrives is Zeta. She's 29. She just wants to find someone that gives her fanny flutters. And fun
she
fact,
explained fanny flutters because I never knew that's what it meant.
Oh,
I thought it meant, butterflies.
No,
I thought it meant butterflies.
No. That means that your body is saying yes sexually to somebody.
Well, now I know, so I'll use it verbiage wisely.
I gotta say, for fun fact, let me see if I can find this for you guys. Fun fact. Right now I'm going onto my Bumble account. And let's see where I have this, what I'm going to show you. Because you're not to like, oh, here's my profile. So, profile prompts. Make your personality stand out from the crowd. So the one prompt is, if it's meant to be if ... And I wrote, I get that zing, or as they say in the UK, fanny flutters. Literally on
do any guys ask you what that means?
The only people that have comment on it know what it means.
Okay.
They're usually British, or they're usually Understood. But it's something that I literally have on my Bumble profile.
That's funny.
So I can't believe you didn't know. I would have told you a long time ago, but I'm happy you know now. Yeah, fanny flutters. This is really vulgar, but I had another friend when I was working in Montreal. She called what fanny flutters. It's really gross. Pussy clapping.
Okay.
She's like, does your pussy clap? Is it clapping for him? Is your pussy clapping for him?
Oh my god, that sounds like Tia Booth and her bullshit.
Which Tia? Who's Tia?
Tia Booth from The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah. Well, she said my vagina's smiling. Wait, what did she say?
Her vagina. I forget.
It might have been clapping even, but this was like 10 years ago, so Tia was probably a child. But yeah, she's like, is your fanny clapping? Pussy clapping? So Zeta wants the fanny flutters. Courtney, she's 24. She has a dirty sense of humor. And obviously we don't know her very well, but she really comes across to me as fake. Like everything about her seems fake. I don't really see her as having a dirty sense of humor. I don't really see her. I don't know. I feel like there's a facade with her. It seems. It doesn't seem like she's a real person. I can't really see her real personality. I think that she's, for me, just too made up. And I feel like I just want to like take off all of her makeup and like, I just want to see what she really looks like. You know what I mean? It just seems a little bit too Instagram in real life for me.
Sydney, right?
Courtney.
Because I was going to say that's how I feel about Sydney.
Sydney has this a little bit as well. I think she's a little bit more raw, but that could be because she's younger. But
Sydney's lips have got to go.
Those are going to be sticking around forever. You know that. She loves them.
Yeah.
I mean, those lips make her hot, you know?
Yeah. I like Courtney. I have a theory too on
she
her.
Reminds me of somebody as well, but I'm wondering if it's just somebody. Oh, wait, you haven't watched Too Hot to Handle. I'm going to show you the picture. Okay, while you're talking to find a picture for you.
I have a theory on Courtney. I think I would like her better coupled up with a girl.
Well, that's probably what they're saving for us, right?
I think so, especially by the way she handled this episode. I really don't think I think she's pickier with men than she would be with a woman, which says a lot to me that I think she tends to date women more than she dates
men. Well, she said that she had 2 girlfriends.
Yep.
She didn't really talk about her type for guys,
that's
I'm
what I'm saying. It came across to me as she is less comfortable being in a relationship with a man than she is being in a relationship with a woman.
Okay, this is interesting observation. So I'm going to keep, obviously, my eye open for that to see. Do you think that there's anybody right now in the villa that she could potentially vibe with or hook up with? Like, who would you think would be her type right now?
I don't think anybody right now, unless it's one of the 2 bombshells.
Who we haven't seen what they look like yet, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I need to show you a good picture of this person that I think that she looks like. I think it's her. Francesca. Too Hot to Handle. So I would like to see her with a girl. But I'm just wondering if it's just kind of gimmicky on the part of the network. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I don't know. Because they did this with this woman as well that I'm going to show you.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a great picture of her, but I think you can kind of see. She reminds me of this girl. So Francesca, she's from Too Hot to Handle. Just like kind of how they talk and like giggle and stuff like that is kind of the same. It could also be similar surgeries. So their face might be moving similarly, but she's been reminding me of her. I'm like, who is it? And like, it's Francesca. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bored with her at this point, but maybe she'll be a little more interesting when she has somebody that she actually connects to.
Right.
So Sarah, oh my God, I'm just writing terrible things about Sarah. I'm like, Sarah doesn't stand out to me. She does have a little bit of a conversation with the girls, like finding out, what their likes or dislikes. I didn't write down anything nothing stood out there to me. I mean, last season we had Cash taking off her wig. You know what I mean? Like there was no big moment there at that little chit chat. Nah is right. So first up, they're going to be meeting the guys now, and it's Andy. So he's going to be saying, "Ooh, I've never really heard that before." Does anybody say "ooh" around you?
Mm-hmm.
Me neither. He wants people to call him daddy. I'm like, he doesn't really have that vibe for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Serenity does step forward.
Which I was like, girl.
Glutton for punishment.
So Serenity stepped forward and Deb did not.
Mm-hmm.
And then they both used the same bullshit excuses on the people they should have stood forward for. Oh, he didn't meet my eye contact.
I mean, I have to agree though, because like if the guy comes out and he's like looking at somebody and just doesn't look at you, he's not into you.
So did Andy meet Serenity's eye contact?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, then.
I don't think so.
That's my point. That's why it's BS.
I think maybe she's just trying to step forward with the hopes that like if she's the person that steps forward, she'll just get picked, because she's probably has a little bit of like nervousness that she's going to be a Black woman that doesn't get picked. So maybe she's just trying to up her odds if she steps forward, especially if nobody else has, that maybe he'll pick her. And he's cute enough so far. And we did learn about Serenity that she grew up in a small town where she was like one of the only people that looked like her. Yeah. So chances are she's used to, it's kind of like the Danica syndrome. We're kind of shooting her shot with like the white guy that's not that interested in her. That's what it seems like might be her pattern.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, she was giving like the same vibes Trina did last season.
Is that Trina's friend?
Yes, she is.
Woof.
So I don't know if they grew up in the same small town in California. But it was very similar to what she was saying, just like, oh, she very much dates white guys. She stepped forward for the white guy. The only thing is it worked out for Trina, didn't work out for her. So maybe that was it too.
I want to find out how they know each other now. So Jessica says, even though they are close in age, Zeta showed she's on it more than Serenity. When Zeta said that she didn't step forward because there was no eye contact, that's what Serenity should have done with Andy, right? Because no eye contact. So Courtney is who Andy picked, and that's who I matched up. So I thought that when I did the matchup like you, I put Courtney and Andy together.
I had him with Deb.
Yeah, with Deb. And that's who he picked in the end? No,
he picked Courtney.
Sorry, duh. Like I just said that. I'm a little bit kooky. So Deb was like saying like he has to get over his accent. I didn't really notice his accent.
Me neither. I don't know what she was talking about.
But it seems like Deb is always looking for something to give her the ick. So yeah. I don't think she's going to necessarily be happy. And I think that also lends to your theory that she's not really that interested in Jesse.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like the accent. And didn't she say like the earring? And then she noticed it, like, it just, I don't know. Maybe not earring, but she noticed something else. And I was like, I don't know about you. So Timmy Swerve. Okay, Timmy. He would get me. Like he's trouble because his little words, they're kind of stupid sometimes, or they're overly cocky, but he's funny. I find him funny. I find him entertaining. I'm like, what is he going to say? And I think I'm going to start making videos of like Timmyisms because like he says a lot of funny shit.
Yeah.
and that would entertain me.
So he's a little bit of Giovanni.
But he has a little
Um,
bit more sexual swag than
like he
Giovanni
has a
did.
little more sexual appeal. And to me, those two have chemistry. Like from the jump, when she was like, move a little faster. And he was like, I'm coming. And it was like kind of like a little bit instant, like there. So yeah, I really liked their banter back and forth. And I think what I thought Jesse was maybe going to bring to the table based on his video, Timmy is actually bringing to the table, in my opinion.
Timmy's definitely my favorite person so far.
Yeah,
He's definitely who I would basically be like, if you don't hook up with, if you don't step forward for me or pick me, I'm gonna kill you. And like
right.
we just have fun banter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that we would get along in that way. And I don't know what his sign is yet, but he has to be an air sign. Like he has to be an air sign
Okay.
because air sign always has the banter. They're always like saying things that are like, you know what I mean? He said that he loves being, what did he say? He loves wordplay.
Yeah.
Wordplay is very Aquarius. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
Like if you so my first guess would be that he's Aquarius. Maybe that's why I'm just like, he's the best. Then second would be that he was a Gemini because he's quite flirty. And then thirdly, I would say that he would be a Libra because he's very handsome and Libras are very, very, very good looking. So
Mhm.
I feel like he's an air sign. Do you have a vibe for him?
He
Sign wise?
definitely, I could see Gemini.
Yeah, flirty.
Hmm.
Timmy's my favorite too. Yes, Brandy. Let's get Timmy trending. So Realnesss says, I automatically knew Serenity was going to be the black girl who gets ignored. They insist on casting men interested in her type or have that level of insecurity she expressed about her upbringing. Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it's her fault a little bit. Like to me, if you're going on the show, you have to know that you have to go a little bit beyond your type. She came on the show to specifically go for her type.
Well, her type is no, I think she's not going for her type. I think she's going for what oh actually maybe she is going for her type, but not who she usually dates. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
she said that she usually dates the nerdy guys less in her type. We know that she said her celebrity crush is an Asian man
Mm-hmm.
um, on a TV show. So I think that's the issue. She's going for not necessarily who would go for her, but who she is fully attracted to. No, like no sway, no sway either way.
So
So
I actually put Timmy. I was thinking that maybe he was gonna get with what's the redhead's name? Sydney.
Sydney,
That's who I picked to put him with before obviously we got to know them.
I had him with Serenity, and actually, shockingly, if the couple, if we'd switched the couple I had with Zeta, I had her with Felipe, so they switched actually when they did the
Well,
actual.
I thought I was gonna be right again myself because I was
Mhm.
like, oh, like because Deb stepped forward, Deb and Zeta stepped forward, and I was like, probably to watch this light skinned guy is not gonna step forward for the black girl or not gonna pick the black girl. He's gonna pick the redhead, you know, big lips, blah blah blah, and then he didn't. So I was happily surprised. I thought that he was going to pick a white woman. I did. I did.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I was happy that he picked Zeta. I think that I agree. That they did have good banter. I think
Mhm.
that I want to see how that progresses. And
And
there's
he was specific about, later on we hear him talk about why he picked her, what he liked about, he was very specific about why he chose her. He said he loved her accent. He said her legs were to die for. She's gorgeous, and they vibed. And I was like, I actually believe him. I
hmm.
believe him.
So Jessica says, I agree Timmy is funny and he's my favorite guy so far. I like him and Zeta together so far. I think he's the type that will show a different side when he's really into someone.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm also worried that he might have like shiny object syndrome.
Oh,
Um,
see, I didn't have that for him. I actually had that more, and only because of what happened at the end of the episode.
I agree.
But
Mhm.
I had that actually more with her a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't see. For me, I didn't see. The only person I saw that might shine, like kind of stray right now, would be Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that like he just seems to be enjoying himself. He seems to be liking all these beautiful women. Like I think that he probably didn't. He probably wanted to go on the date with the two new women at the end of the episode, but decided to let the other two people take that lead. So I could see him maybe doing that, but if it gets too long, he might get locked in with Zeta, and like that might be out of the question. But right now, I think he's a little bit of a kid in a candy store. But he's still my favorite. He could do what he wants right now. So far. Hi, Vera. Serenity embarrassed you. Oh no, her face at the end had me cringing. Oh well.
Oh, that meme they have floating around Twitter right now, which is
Oh
stupid.
no. Uh-oh. Why are they doing that to her already? So we have Isaiah. So Isaiah's your new crush for these guys out here. Because he has the dangly earring that you like. What did I write? Flirt with while he wants someone to flirt with while making supper, which is cute, I guess. So Deb steps forward because she saw that he has a tattoo that says family on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he chose Sydney? Am I making that up?
He did, and I actually got that couple right.
Okay, so Sydney, who did I have with Isaiah? I had Deb with Isaiah.
Yeah, I had Sydney with Isaiah, and I was absolutely correct.
I thought I was going to get it right because I was like, oh, perfect. Like she stepped forward, blondes always get picked. And then like he did not pick her. So that was wrong for me. Then we had Jesse. He wants, I don't know if he said he has gotten lucky on the job, but he says that like sometimes women are wearing like a robe when he shows up to deliver his package. That's definitely a porn fantasy for sure. But I think he's very attractive, very handsome. Yeah. But I don't know if he has swag because he did say that he kind of grew up as a little bit of a nerd. He said he went from Steve Urkel to Jaleel White.
Mm-hmm. And so this is another Thomas type of thing where he's very handsome right now, but he grew up a little nerdy, a little, not all of it. So he's going to come across as corny.
He's a little corny.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's a little corny.
That also means he might have
a glow up.
That he might have that shiny object issue because he didn't get the girls before.
He must be getting girls now though, because like he wouldn't be having those braids if he didn't get girls now. Like, like he I think he has an idea of how to do that, but he does seem a little bit green though to this type of vibe. So I have my eye on him. He's a little he doesn't have enough swag for me. He's very handsome, but we'll see how that plays out. Because the fact that he chose Deb, I was like, because I had him with Serenity. I
had him with Courtney, and I only had him with Courtney because he said he liked Karuche, and Courtney was the most Asian looking to me, so that's why I had her. I think he only chose Deb because she stepped forward for him. That's A. B, I actually think if Serenity had stepped forward for him, he would have chosen her.
Which is like, I guess that's why you're kind of annoyed with her for sure. And that's what I originally thought would have been a decent matchup. But I think they actually could have been a decent matchup.
I still think they could be a decent matchup, absolutely. Watching a little bit of the rest of the episode.
If he's a little bit nerdy and she doesn't really know how gorgeous she actually is, it might actually work in how they feel about each other to be able to kind of like get through this together. So maybe they'll see a spark within each other and kind of date someone a little bit different than they're used to, but it could be who they need. So I'm going to still put a pin on this, and not until after the first the first recoupling, will I'll evaluate this, my initial thoughts.
Absolutely.
So Deb and Jesse are another couple. And then we have Felipe. And I mean, Felipe coming out last, he's definitely very handsome. He has obviously an accent, which is always very appealing. He's a former soccer player, which is also very appealing. Any pro athlete is going to be like, check. But now he models. So Serenity steps forward and he decides to go right away to Serenity, which I thought was also a good move.
Yeah, solid move. We know he's older, but she's not that much younger than him. She's 28, he's 32.
That's a good age difference, I think.
Yeah, I think at that point he was just like, I'm gonna just couple up with her.
He's seen the show. He knows that things can change. You know, we know. So we hear that's going to be 6 weeks. So 6 weeks will take us right to the end of August. So it's nice to know that we won't be going into September once the summer's over officially. It's are we already tired? It's episode 1.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll be okay once Love Island UK is over, which we know that has 2 weeks left. I think I'm just a little fatigued on it because it kind of starting to feel like Love Island UK is going a little long, but
it's going on a month longer than the US is going on. I mean, they could be ending it right around now.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's just going to be like, as we know, like super dates and all that stuff. And so, like it'll probably accelerate a little bit faster. Maybe a couple new people come in.
Yep.
So we see Courtney and Andy chatting, and her biggest turnoff is basically everything that Andy does. So Andy's a business partner with his mom in real estate, and he's a bit of a mama's boy. And she says that is a red flag, and she likes independent men. What do you think about that?
I already said it. I think she will find anything in a guy to turn her off.
Very possible. So we see Serenity and Felipe chatting. They're both really happy with each other. Serenity was a gymnast and a cheerleader. And one thing I liked about hearing about that is I'm thinking like, ooh, is she going to be on the next season of the Challenge USA? And is she going to be like a really good person to put on my draft? That's literally what I was thinking in my head. She might be a good draft pick for next year.
That Chantel already thinking of season 2 draft pick. Hilarious. Never even came to my mind.
Well, it did because A, I'm very competitive, but B, like I have like Angela and Tyson on one of my drafts, and I'm like, yes, like that's like the dream team. So yeah, I'm just thinking like, okay, yep, cheerleader, I'll take him.
I kind of hope that Tyson throws the challenge tomorrow because I want Elisa out. I think she's a shit stirrer, but go ahead.
So she does learn that Felipe, he was a pro soccer player, and now he obviously is a full-time model. So yeah, they seem to have like decent banter, chemistry, whatever. It was a fine chat.
Decent banter. Didn't really seem like they had much in common. She's like, she really like is into basketball. He's like, he's not into basketball.
But that's like an American, like just a cultural thing.
Yeah, but she seemed very like, oh wow, you played soccer. That's amazing. And so, okay.
Deb and Jesse chat, and
that beautiful treehouse, guys. I love that treehouse.
Maybe I'll see if I can find like a picture of the treehouse, and maybe we'll make the background the treehouse. That could be cute.
That would be cute.
If I can find that, I'll look for it. So Deb and Jesse are talking, and she says she always flirts with like the package delivery guy. And I'm like, the package delivery guy is never cute for me. Is he ever cute for you?
Kind of sometimes. Depends.
Look at that. We fucking can nail this shit. Yes, he is a Gemini. I mean, I said Gemini second because I wanted him to be an Aquarius, but he's flirty, so makes sense. Oh, Zeta's a Gemini too. That's
good match.
I love when we are right. Like, it's so funny. Did I already read that one? Did I already read this one?
Yeah,
well, I don't think so. Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I guess I'm tired.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm tired, I think. I read that one for sure. Gemini. So excited for this season and these recaps. Appreciate the hustle you put into everything. Oh, I know. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I'm a little bit delirious because like I literally came off a 2.5-hour pod. I ate something really quickly and I started watching this, and I'm here now. And I already went live with Tamika at 6, and I filmed 2 auditions like in that span. I don't even know where I find the time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I appreciate you appreciating the hustle, because I do it because I enjoy it, but for you guys as well.
Absolutely.
So he has a pit bull. I don't love pit bulls as pets. And I don't think that they should be banned, and they're not dangerous dogs, all that stuff. But out of all dogs, I just don't find them the cuddliest. A friend of mine had a pit bull, and like it just would get into the bed, and like it just would take up so much room, and it just like, and I was like, oh, this pit bull, get out of here. Like, it's not like a cuddly dog for me. So he has a pit bull. I hope that he treats the pit bull well, because sometimes pit bulls with like not great owners can make the pit bull a little more dangerous. But she said she had a pet pig called Pig Floyd. I thought that was a good name.
Cute. He was probably pink cute. Too. Cute.
Yeah, Pig Floyd. That's so cute. So we see Zeta and Timmy vibing because they got the banter. I knew that he was an air sign, and the fact that they get along, it makes sense that she's an air sign, or I thought maybe she'd be a fire sign. So happy to see them vibing. You know, you have a beautiful womanly figure, he says. An American woman would probably be offended by that, but she wasn't. So
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be? If someone said that to me, I might be offended by it. Like, I would think that, like, what are you saying? I'm fat? Like, that's probably how I think
I'm so used to people thinking I'm a 2-year-old, like like I'm a teenager, I'm a girl, that I wouldn't.
Oh, you have such a woman. So you just want to be an adult? Okay.
Yeah.
If someone said womanly, I'd just think that like I have like big hips or stuff like that. Yeah. And I don't think she does at all. And she took it exactly the way it was meant to be taken. But I might be self-conscious if he said that to me personally. Yeah. But so he has just all these stupid sayings, and he's like, I'm gonna find her a flower because she needs a little bit of photosynthesis in her life. Like, he's so stupid.
It said a microbiologist or something, because what is he talking about?
Photosynthesis. I guess like when the well, it wouldn't really be photosynthesis because the flower would have already bloomed, right? Because doesn't photosynthesis happen before the blooming, or like while the beginning of bloom?
Yeah, I was like, what is he talking about?
Okay, so Jessica says, I think Andy is going to be another Andrew, where he's lost pining after a woman that doesn't want him. Oh boy.
I was so confused at some things that he did this episode after that. I was fine with the Courtney pining him off. It just was like, why didn't you go on the dates? Why didn't you fight to go on one of the dates?
Maybe he wants to try and make it work with Courtney because he finds her to be very attractive, and he doesn't want to admit that there's no vibe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk more in a sec. So we see Isaiah and Sydney. Who's Isaiah? Who's Sydney? Sydney's the redhead?
Yep.
I don't really remember. Oh, he's from Minnesota.
She was the ditzy one who was like, you're from South Dakota. He's like, North Dakota, like, or vice versa.
Vice versa, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know where Minnesota was. Okay.
And then she's like, wait, Minnesota's a state? And
yes, that's what I wrote down.
No,
I'm like, is Minnesota?
Please.
Well, he does say, though, that like school wasn't for me, and school isn't for everyone, but that wouldn't be a selling factor to me. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't. Like, I didn't finish school, but like, I wouldn't necessarily say school wasn't for me. You know what I mean? And be like, well, I started it, like, and then I ended up moving and I never picked it back up. But I have other certifications and other different things that I was interested in. So blah, blah, blah. Like, I would have like I love learning. And so that's something that I find to be very attractive, is people that want to learn more. And so it doesn't necessarily need to be a university or college degree, but the fact that school just wasn't for me, Well, what is for you? Like, I would like to hear more about what his aspirations are.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against being a waiter. I still serve tables sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but like I have a lot of other things that are on the go, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
interests. And so I'd rather him maybe share that as opposed to saying school wasn't for
But
me.
I don't think he can share that because he basically been admitting that he's probably an actor or he's,
Hmm.
some type of model or influencer.
Okay.
And I mean, because that's what we speculated, right? Like that he's
Hmm.
waitering, and he, because remember, he's what, 25. So we're like, you're out of school. What have you been doing for the last 4 years? And now even worse, like he didn't finish school. So what have you been doing for the last, what, like 5 years, 6 years? Like,
I don't know.
what have you, where are you going?
Well, if you're
What
an
are you
actor,
doing?
just let me know that you're an actor. It's
Right.
fine to be an actor. I
Correct.
maybe not on the show. Maybe they didn't want
Right.
that as an answer, but I definitely just I like to see people with ambition and
Right.
aspirations. And I I know some career waiters that people that really love it, but they still go for schooling. They're all like sommeliers and like they know things all about wine, or they go and do like food tours so they can understand more about food, like take chef certifications. Like they still do things to be a professional in the culinary world. And so I don't know, being a waiter, it's fine, but like if you're not pursuing it to be a career waiter, what do you have going next? Like what's your next step? You know?
Yep.
Yes, I agree, Jessica. The Timmy memes are going to be hilarious. I actually, if I can get it together, I'm going to start pulling every episode Timmyisms and just kind of piece them all together because it's fun, it's great, and I would like to have them all together. So I'm gonna try and do that. If
Mm-hmm.
I can get into the habit of pulling them right away, then I will do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll make some, won't be memes, but little videos. I feel like Courtney might pursue Felipe soon.
Based
I
on,
actually agree with you. I don't see any of the guys being someone that she would be into.
yeah. I'm just saying, based on, like, she could have stepped forward for him. She literally told Andy she stayed with him because he was the only guy, like, to pick her. Like, I don't. I think if she liked Felipe, she would have stepped forward.
Yeah, I don't think she cares for any of the guys. Um, so the boys chat and the girls chat. Deb says that Jesse is her type to a T. I'm like, really? Okay, we'll see. I didn't write down much about the boys chat. Then we see everybody getting ready for the night. Why
I
did I
think
write
that's when Timmy
this?
said that, like, her accent and like her body and like her legs, and then they had a conversation. They really vibed. Um, so yeah.
Why did I write down my badge is orange?
Oh, because during the, so then after they talked, and basically Courtney already started pre-pieing off,
A
what's
pre
his
pie.
name,
That's fun.
Andy. They went to get ready for the nighttime, and they were asking Sydney if her hair
Oh
was natural, and
yeah.
she's like,
Yes.
yeah, because my badge is red. I
The cut
said,
the
Sydney, not the
I can't believe I forgot what that mean what that meant, but now I remember. So Courtney. Oh, so Courtney's having a conversation with Andy, and she asks him what he meant by being a mama's boy. And like you'd think that he would clue on as to like what she doesn't like about that. Like
Mhm.
not everybody is interested in a mama's boy because like that means that you're gonna always come second to the mama, that you're not gonna like that what mama says goes, that you're always gonna be a battle between not always, but this is the perception between you and the mom. Like this might cause conflict. And she was saying that she wants a more independent man. So, like, if someone's asking, like, so, like, want to explain a little bit more about, like, what did you mean by you're a mama's boy? Like, he
Mhm.
has to know what she means to, like, at
Mhm.
least appear to be more attractive in her
Mhm.
eyes, you know? And the fact that he didn't pick up on that, I was like, ooh, you're losing this battle,
I
babe.
mean, being a mama's boy can sometimes be a good thing, can sometimes be a bad thing. It really kind of depends on the type
100%.
of mama's boy. I will say that my ex-husband was a mama's boy, but I love my mother-in-law, and that's why I still call her my mother-in-law, even though we're divorced. She's great. She never like super interfered into our marriage. Like, I could hang with her. She, like, but I know that his mother was a priority for him. And so, yeah.
So I was just seeing the writing on the wall for that couple. And so the fact that he didn't really pick up on that, I was like, oh boy, problem. So they play Suck and Blow Dare. We know that this game is usually played on the first night. There's with the whipped cream kiss between Timmy and Zeta. I thought that was pretty steamy. I was like, I don't know if I should be watching this. This is a little bit sensual.
I love it. This is why we're here. This is why we're on Peacock streaming.
I mean, Timmy, I was like, Timmy, hello.
Let's go to the highway.
It's a little bit soon, Tamika. A little bit soon, but I like their vibe so far. That kiss was on point, better than all the kisses this season on Love Island UK, except for like I don't like him, but I still thought his kiss with Jack's kiss with Cheyenne was a pretty good kiss. This kiss was up there with that kiss. Is there any other good ones on UK? There might have been one more that I'm forgetting, but that was a good kiss for a first kiss. Never kissed before?
Yeah.
It's a good kiss. And like it seems like people usually do those terrible like kisses on when they're playing these games that just can't feel good. So it was nice to see like a real kiss. Like it was normal. Yeah. It looks like they were enjoying it. It felt good, fanny flutters potentially. You never know. So I didn't write down any of the other second blow dares. Did you write them down? Or do you remember any of them?
There was a 3-way kiss between Felipe, I think, Zeta, and one other person. Can't remember who. And then Jesse strip teased for Deb, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh, but he has some like, I was like, okay, like you might be a little bit nerdy naive, but like you can magic mic it for sure.
It wasn't a bad strip tease considering.
No, it wasn't at all. He was just kind of like, yes. So I was like, okay.
Like I just noticed the entire time that him and like, first of all, him and Serenity were matching. Second of all, they were like really kind of cozy up to each other. I don't know. I might be the only one to notice.
Yeah, I must have like went to like
Courtney was the other
something because like I don't remember this, but I probably was just listening. So Jesse is a Taurus. Okay.
Probably why I was initially attracted to him. I'm trying to avoid him.
So Jessica thinks that Courtney wanted to step forward for Felipe when he came out, but didn't want to rock the boat too soon. Yeah, that's probably like she's probably like, I'm gonna keep with this coupling right now because like I don't want to start any fights and let me meet everybody first, and then she knows that there's going to be a recoupling at the end of the week. So I'd probably stick with my person too. Isaiah's 21, too young in my book, especially for the guy to be 21. It's too young. With women on there 28, 29, like this just doesn't really work. Deb said her type is attention. Yeah, so for that reason I could see Jesse being her type because she would get attention for dating him based on how he looks.
Ooh,
that's interesting.
Good observation, Jessica.
So they would get a lot of attention as a couple. I was specifically thinking attention from the guy, but if she just likes attention however she can get it, that makes sense. So the 3-way kiss was Courtney, Zeta, and Felipe. That's a very good looking trio. Courtney
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Courtney was told to do a kiss, who she would want to couple up with. Okay, so Courtney chose. Oh, so do you think Courtney wants a
Like
little swirl
Zeta
there?
and Felipe. Okay, Courtney.
Okay,
Like
Courtney.
I said, it was a good kiss. It wasn't bad. And usually a three-way kisses, I'm just like, no, please, no, please. And then this one wasn't bad.
I'll probably watch it back because I don't remember it. Well, that's pretty much it for the premiere episode. I think all in all, like we said in the beginning, it was a pretty good start. I like everybody so far. You were saying that you weren't sure about Serenity's personality. What did you mean by that? Did we cover it yet?
Serenity is not bringing anything right now. I don't like. I can't gauge. I don't want to see she's fake, like the way you feel like Courtney is. I think she's trying to figure out herself in this, like figure out who she wants to portray, and I just feel like she should just be herself.
Right. What's the meme that's going around? Let's see if I can find it.
So the meme is going around is like towards the end when she was like, "Where's Felipe?"
Right. Oh, that's what that's what I forgot to bring into this.
Yeah.
So at the end of this episode, after second blow happens, the guys are separate and they get a text from two girls. Hey boys, choose two of you to go on dates with us. So we didn't really get to see what these women look like. There was a brunette that had lots of tattoos that Felipe seemed to be interested in because he said he likes women with tattoos. And then the other one, was she blonde?
The other one was blonde.
And so the people that decided to go were Jesse and Felipe, correct?
And because Timmy said he was good where he was at. I was still confused of why Andy didn't like say something. And who was it? Isaiah said he was good with where he was at, also with Sydney.
Yeah, and Jesse said that he likes Deb but wants to welcome these new girls.
Yeah. And so they were told not to tell the girls. So they're like, okay, keep it secret.
Go and distract them.
And distract them. And they do like go outside. They're talking to the girls. They're making up little stuff. But Serenity walks out and is like, where's Felipe? And I mean, meanwhile, Deb never asked for Jesse, which is another thing that, hello. And Timmy's like, so yeah, they went on dates. And so she's standing there with like her mouth dropped, her wig askew. That's the meme.
Oh. I know the image, but I haven't seen the actual meme yet.
Yeah. So sad, but I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see if things change.
Yeah.
Felipe will have his head turned 1,000,000%.
Absolutely. I will say I'm glad they're women Bombshell. I'm glad there's two of them this season. All for it. Women in control at this point. And then we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're going to have to bring in another guy, and it'll probably be one girl dumped this week. Fine.
Who do you think the one girl is going to be? It's probably going to be Serenity at this point.
It's probably going to be Serenity or Deb at this point.
Or Courtney.
It depends. I hope they bring in an Asian man. I've thought about it for like going through these last few seasons. We haven't had an Asian man walk in, a straight Asian man, like Chinese, Japanese. We've had mixed. So we've had Filipino, something mixed, but Blasian. Not an Asian. Right. Or Blasian, or like, but they more present Asian, because that is what Serenity likes. And we haven't seen that representation on our screens. I would like it. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen for her. I'm not really seeing, unless Jesse decides to turn his head towards her. I'm not really seeing how this is going to play out for her.
Yeah.
My favorite girl is Zeta.
Yep, Zeta's the best.
And
Well, that
she had
couple,
the
Zeta and
best,
Timmy.
yeah, Zeta and Timmy, and she had the best bathing suit for me. Deb coming in second. I loved Deb's bathing suit. I'm not necessarily a fan of Deb. I think she's a little bit of an airhead, but we'll see what happens with her too. So
my order of guys, I think, right now are
Mhm.
Timmy, Felipe, Jesse, Andy, Isaiah.
And what you think is attractive or
Yeah.
personality wise?
A combo of both.
Okay.
That's how I would rank them right now. Like who I'd want to date in what order.
Okay, so then for me it would be Timmy.
Even though he's a Gemini.
It's probably Jesse. I'm lying to myself. It's Jesse.
Jesse, that you're Taurus. Like
Yeah,
you want your Taurus. You saw that lap dance. That lap dance, you're like,
yeah, I'm avoiding them like the plague. But I keep attracting them. Then probably Timmy. I always end up being attracted to Gemini, even though I should not. And maybe Andy. He seems to have a little bit of ambition. Ambition I like. Felipe, or swap those two, and then Isaiah. But that's not to say that I like, to me, before Isaiah wasn't even on the chart. Like,
he doesn't make the list.
He's on the chart now.
Yeah, and he's also 21, so like I wouldn't really be looking at him at all. Out of the women, I'd say Zeta's my favorite. Oh.
Yeah, it gets hard after that.
Oh my gosh.
It gets hard.
Maybe Serenity. Like, I know you don't care for her, but like I think I like her personality better. Then maybe Sydney, and then Courtney, then Deb. I think I don't know for sure.
Zeta.
Yeah, Bear doesn't think that. Sorry, you said Zeta, Courtney second. Okay.
It's hard. Probably then
Serenity third. Okay.
And then Sydney. And I think Sydney could take over Serenity. It's just that I don't do ditzy. And then Deb. Like, so the two ditsies at the bottom for me.
Yeah, Deb's a little bit too loud for me. I'd just be like, no, I don't think I'd be friends with her. So I think I could maybe be friends with everybody else.
That's actually, damn, we were voting. That's actually not shocking to me. People love an interracial relationship. People write fan fiction about it. People write love stories about it. They love it. They don't understand why nobody like starves over it. I'm not like that, but there are some people in this country that literally.
That's very interesting, Jess. Like, I would not think that Deb and Jesse would be the favorite couple right now. But I guess, yeah, it's fetishizing the black man with the blonde woman. That's definitely a bit of a stereotype kind of relationship that usually happens. So,
you could still vote. I voted for Zeta and Timmy.
Yes, Zeta and Timmy get the votes.
But yes, Deb and Jesse are 47%. And Sydney and Isaiah are 19%, and then Zeta and Timmy are 18%.
Oh,
yeah,
dang it.
Courtney and Andy are 3%. So
hopefully this will change as we get to know these people, because I don't feel like they vibed in a couple. So hopefully after we see more, that will change. But dang. Well, it's getting kind of late, so we should maybe sign off for today. It was really great talking to you about this new season. I am excited still about it. I want to see what's going to be happening. I want to see what these two new bombshells look like. Was there anything else about this episode that we didn't talk about yet?
No, I mean, that's kind of where I was at. Solid premiere, guys. I'm glad I was excited for this season. I do think that it was giving It's not been giving as much as we got the last 2 seasons, but I think it's definitely better than season 1 premiere, in my opinion.
Season 1 was terrible. It's
Season 1 is still
terrible.
terrible.
Um,
So yeah, I'm excited to see where they go. Especially now that we have more girls coming in. Yeah.
Me too. So we'll be back here tomorrow, probably around midnight as well. And we will be live at 6:15 Eastern for Love Island UK. That will be coming to an end very soon. So we'll have at least a little bit more energy potentially. So thank you so much. Oh, Jessica, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you. We love what we do, but that is also very helpful to love it even more. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your loyalty. You're definitely always hanging out with us in these chats, and we
Absolutely.
do notice. So thank you for being a part of it, because you and everybody else in the chat really make it interesting and fun for us having these conversations. So much appreciated, Jessica. Same to you, Tamika. Thanks for being willing to go a little bit later tonight because of my crazy wild schedule. But I'm happy to be here. I think it's a fun season to talk about. Everybody, make sure you go and follow Tamika if you don't already, or if you're not watching it from Tamika's channel. Follow Entertainment in Color on all social media platforms, including YouTube. And we'll see you again tomorrow, twice. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.
That's it. Bye. And there's a little thing ticker. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much.